Yeah,
y'all.
it's your girl Nay.
And it's your boy X.
And we back at it, baby.
With another podcast.
Oh man, what a eventful week already it has been.
Yeah. Yesterday was interesting, guys. Yesterday was Monday. So you should have seen our first podcast. If you didn't catch it, then go watch it, because you are on week 2 now of our revival of the podcast, right? Because we're doing every single Monday until...
I don't know. Until we feel like we want to ramp up a little bit more, but we're going to start slow and steady. Okay.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Yesterday I was a little sad, a lot of sad for majority of the day, but I think I feel a lot better now. Like, I'm not as sad. I be missing her, but you know, I know that she's doing great things.
So tell them what happened. What actually happened yesterday?
Yo, I thought he told y'all, my bad. So Mari went to school for the first time ever, leaving us. Well, not the first time leaving us. She leaves us to go with her grandparents. But first time being in school without us, without, you know, people that we normally know and people that we're comfortable with. And I think that we were talking about it yesterday. I think the hardest thing about sending your child to school for the first time is that you have the ability to have so much control over everything in their life. You know what I mean? While they're in your hands. But now that, you know, we have to let her go, we have to allow her to live life, and it feels like a piece of my heart was ripped out of my chest. Like, I don't understand how for the rest of my life I'm supposed to just let them live and just make their own decisions.
Just like, that's making live.
For real, like, that's making me emotional, because now I'm thinking about when she go to high school, or then when she goes to college, like
when she gets married.
You're not gonna need me no more. See, I didn't even think I was gonna cry, but I don't understand. I think that's another reason why I'm like, I can't have no more kids, because it's just a lot. Like,
I think even for me, I was a little bit sad because, you know, you watch your little girl grow up, you know, she doing her thing. And the thing is, she's excited for it too. So it's like, you don't want to be that parent that like over shelters, like overbearing. You want your kids to actually like go out into the world and have the tools that they need, the skills, you know, so that they can actually
I just want them to stay with me forever. Like, I will just take care of them. But I know that that's not the reality. One day they're going to get married, and one day they're going to have their own family. And I would just say I finally understand my parents. You know what I mean? Like, you never understand it when you're younger, but
at the same time, like, you don't want to live your child's life, because if you do that, then they grow up and they're not ready to,
absolutely,
you know, to take on the world. And I feel like that's the worst thing you can do is set your kid up to fail. And it's because you've overprotected them. Now they don't know how to.
While they're younger too. Like, you have to allow them to be free and have situations, you know, of conflict at school, and just, you know, be around other kids that have different opinions. Yeah. That, you know.
The truth is, I mean, kids are mean, you know.
Yeah, they are.
We were all kids at one point, you know. We said things, we did things. But as you grow up, you appreciate those moments where you had to figure it out, because had you not, you know, when I was in middle school, that's when like firing up people became a thing. Like roasting people, right? So, you know, I'm new to this area. I grew up in A-Leaf. Southwest A-Leaf, Texas. Stand up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh.
But I ended up going to middle school in Missouri City, Texas. And Missouri City had more money than A-Leaf did. A-Leaf was kind of, it was more of an urban area, to be honest with you. It was a lot of just black, Mexican people. There really wasn't a whole lot of white people. But in Missouri City, it was like a diverse group of people. You had Indian people, white people, black people, and these people had money. So naturally, I'm thinking, okay, it's about to be sweet over here, you know, whatever. So I end up going to school, and I realized that, hey, you know, the people who go to these schools are kind of similar to the people that go to the schools in A-Leaf. The only real difference is the people in A-Leaf were much more quick to fight about anything. And then the people in Missouri City were kind of just like for the jokes, you know what I mean? For the most part. Now, obviously, there are some people who wanted to fight, and, you know, fights happen. But I would say that me, like, being in those environments where, you know, people are like trying to roast you every single day, and not really being malicious about it. But if you took it that way, it could really like switch up your trajectory, like as a human being for your development.
Mm-hmm.
So back then I didn't curse at all. I was just like a nice kid, you know, I was to myself. But as soon as people started roasting, I was like, damn, it's like week 2 in the school and they roasting, they laughing. All right, I gotta come out with something. So that's when I was like, all right, there's a time and place for everything. So
I feel like I was just overly sensitive, like growing up. Like you make one comment about me, I was upset, crying, and ready to fight you. But I don't know. I think
nah, my best friends.
Just depends. Like I feel like I was just. Well, I think for me during that time, I know how mean kids can be, and kids are like real life bullies, and like they kind of hit you where it hurt with some of your insecurities.
Yeah, but I feel like my best friends were the people who roasted me the hardest when I first came to middle school.
I can't say the same.
And like as soon as you get on the bus, boy, you got to like it was just like automatic. So it got to a point where it's like, I know this is like how we welcome each other now. Mm-hmm. Now I'm about to get on you.
But I feel like it was different for guys and females. Like,
yeah, to be honest with you, females were always off limits. Like females and special needs kids were always off limits. But anybody else could get it. Like if you an adult, you could get it. If you like, if you a guy, if you like, you could get it. But obviously, if somebody like, let's say you fire somebody up one day. And they don't give you nothing back. Like they don't try or anything. Like the next day, I'm not really gonna fire you up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or they're not gonna fire you up. You know, we ain't bullies. You know what I mean? There was some people who were bullies.
There are bullies,
but,
for real.
But the people who like participated in that type of culture, it was more like, okay, if I can fire you up, and like guys, we're mean to our friends. Like,
did you ever go through like the teabagging era?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought that was like
I never got teabagged though.
No, but I thought that was just a thing that like only happened where I was at. I didn't know that was like a worldwide thing. And then there was something too when I was in elementary school called open chest.
You punch somebody in the chest?
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Like there was a kid who literally like passed away from doing that. I'm like, who is coming up with this?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I've never teabagged anybody. That sounds so bad. I've never teabagged anybody, right? I was always, first of all, it was never in me to teabag anybody.
I feel like that was just a lot. Like,
and like to risk getting expelled because you wanted to jump over. You wanted
to drag your balls across somebody's head was crazy.
Especially like if I were going to teabag anybody, it would be another guy. Pause. But it's not going to be a female because female... That's just totally off limits. You know what I mean?
But I feel like as an adult now with your frontal lobe developed, you think about that and you're like, what? I can't even talk. Like, what was exciting you to drag your balls across somebody's head like that?
Like, I couldn't even imagine like teabagging the sweet girl that all she does is read. Like she walking on her way to class and you're like, oh, I'm about to get her now. And then you just charge up, jump over the head, teabag. It's like
poor girl's traumatized. Okay,
she's traumatized. You getting expelled, and it's just like, dang, like your life could have been so different had you just teabagged your homie. You know what I mean? Who deserved it? To be honest with you, what? Because I guarantee your homie, he done did something to piss you off that day. Okay. I remember when I was in middle school, John. You know John, right?
Yeah.
So my friend John.
Duh.
Right? We used to roast each other all the time. It got to a point when we used to live in the same neighborhood. I remember the first time we started roasting each other, I was kind of like, I don't rock with this dude. Nah. And then like, I would say a month into like us going to the same school, being in the same area so much, because we were neighbors as well, playing basketball in the neighborhood, it got to a point where we started to understand each other. Mm-hmm. And it became like a brotherly thing. And then whoever else got involved with our friendship.
Don't y'all still be roasting each other now?
Yeah, we roast each other with that. But the thing is, I remember we used to be at lunch and he used to piss me off because when we had to sit down, everybody had to sit down in like a single file like line. Mm-hmm. Like you couldn't skip seats. So we would always like go in the line at the same time. That way we could sit by each other. Mm-hmm. So when we eating, it'd be like me, John, and like somebody else, another one of our buddies or whatever. He'll be talking and then he'll like use his other hand and he'll like go like this and he will steal my food. And he will be eating my food. And then he won't say nothing. Now I look down and be like, damn, I only got like 3 wings. It used to piss me off. And his hands used to be so dirty and nasty. So like when he would grab my wing, I'd be like, bro, it's yours, whatever.
Yeah,
like it is what it is.
I don't even want it back.
But like he was one of those friends where Like, you know how every now and then you may forget your lunch money or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, he would always have me, and I would always have him, and that's how like I always knew, like,
y'all are gonna be lifelong buds.
Not even that. It's just like, you know, when some people are solid, you know what I mean? Because we'll fire each other up all day. We'll talk trash and whatever. But at the end of the day, when you need something, I really got you. You know what I mean? That's how guys are.
It's so interesting because I feel like I never had that, like, you know, like experience with a person until adulthood. So it's so crazy how you experienced that early on. And then for me, like, I feel like I'm just now at the point where I'm experiencing, like, you know, friendships that I know are equally yoked, I would say.
Yeah. And I feel like it's different for everybody. Just like how, you know, people lose their virginities at different times in their lives.
What was the comparison with virginities?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't know. I was a little, you know, freak. You know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't a freak. But I feel like these big milestone type events happen at all different points of people's lives. And it's like, it's not, you know, it's not uncommon for somebody to find their lifelong friend in their 30s or in their 40s.
But I think it just depends on what you need at the time. Like, you know, everybody goes through different things. So it's like a matter of what you needed in that time. I like to imagine, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Amari, she's in school now. All right. So if you didn't check our short form content, we vlogged the morning. We also gave you some raw footage of what was going on there that morning. A lot of tears and stuff.
I'm just confused to why you wasn't crying.
I mean,
I want to see you cry.
I don't know. Maybe when she gets married or something. But I feel like
you're gonna be walking her down the aisle. That's what you're gonna be.
I was, you know, I was sad. I was like, man, you know.
No, I think I saw your face when you was sad. Like the one moment I saw your face and I could tell you were kind of like, oh, was when I was doing her hair and she was talking and like you just looked sad, like not sad. You looked a little sad, like, oh, she's really about to go to school.
Yeah, and then she came home bad as hell. And I was like, all right, she can go back to school now.
All right, let's go. Wake it up.
Yeah, we can go back to school. I'm excited that you like it. So
it's so funny because whenever you be sad a little bit, I can like, I always am able to tell on your facial expressions. You over here blowing your nose while we live with it.
You supposed to be yapping so that I don't have to
I'm
show
yapping,
me.
but all I hear is honking and tonking in the back.
Yeah, you supposed to know the code. When I'm doing something, you should be yapping.
Anyways,
that way,
but
I ain't gotta show my face.
I don't know. I think it's just insane because, you know, she started preschool and by the time you know it, she's gonna be in college. And I already feel like the past 3, almost 4 years with her have just flown by. Yeah. Like I was looking back at old photos. I'm like, damn, it's already been damn near 4 years. Wow. And I'm just getting older. I'm just becoming more broke down. I got back pain.
Shoot, my neck been killing me for the past 3 months. We got new pillows the other day from Purple.
You want to go get that mattress?
Which is they're like a luxury. I don't know what are they like what kind of brand are they? Luxury pillows?
They sell like
sleeping brand.
I guess the way of their style is like the gel, so that it's breathable and not like, I don't know.
Anyway, we spent like $700 on some bed stuff,
some pillows and some
pillowcases and some.
And really, I want
pillows.
The movable base. That's what I want.
Nah, they was talking about $9,000. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie. When she said $9,000, I said, huh?
Yeah. You know how sometimes he be trying to play it off like, oh,
that's nothing.
Yeah, 9,000. Oh yeah,
it don't matter how much money I got. I'm even $1,000. I'm like, do I really want to spend that right now?
Nothing beats quality sleep. 9,000. That's nothing.
Xavier,
I sleep every day.
What? I don't even need the mattress. Just give me the movable base.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our mattress is actually low key pretty good because like after laying on those and then laying at home, you be like, okay, yeah, I'm mattress.
But he likes firm. I'm like, I like to just soak into the mattress.
I don't like firm, but I like firm enough so that like, I don't know, I get sore if the mattress is too soft.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need support. You know what I mean?
Big back.
But yeah, we got those pillows. The pillow has been pretty good on my neck. You know what I'm saying?
And I like that they give you the 30 days. If you don't like it, you can bring it back and get your money back. But I think I like it. So yeah, he got the highest one because he got all the muscles, and then I got the medium one. I don't like really flat. Flat was a little too flat.
Yeah, flat was Terrible.
I don't even know how anybody would sleep on that. Like, you got no, like, support.
You got to be skinny.
Shoot.
Sleep on that. But yeah, so Mara, she's in school today. She also has swim lessons.
Oh my God.
Tell her
yes.
how the swim lessons have been.
So one of my good close friends put her daughter in swim lessons when she was 3 as well. And I think for me, one of my worst fears is my children drowning, and especially like not in my supervision. I watch my kids like a hawk. So like, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but anything could happen, really. And we put her in swim lessons. I think she's on lesson 5, and she is swimming like a trooper. Like, first day screaming, crying, no, I don't want to do this. I want mommy. And to now, like, sticking her head underwater to look for what she's looking for is very unheard of. She would never do that.
Yeah, she's actually like swimming around.
Like, she's swimming.
And mind you guys, I don't know if we mentioned, but she's 3 years old. So like, she's in preschool. She's not in like kindergarten and like that. But like the school that she's at, they have curriculum and stuff like that. So like, she's learning. And she's also, like you said, doing the swim lesson. So we have that peace of mind.
We're trying to like keep her active and different stuff. And really, I don't know how to swim. So
you know how to get out.
I can get out if I get in the water, but like, you know, I would want all of my kids eventually to learn how to swim. Pooh Man, we didn't put him in any swim lessons. I think I'm going to wait until probably next year to put him in.
Yeah. I feel like swimming, like knowing how to swim for kids, at least my kids, is a non-negotiable. Like, you have to know how to swim because it's just
sexy. It's
so dangerous, like to not know how to swim and to always want to be around water.
And she loves water. Like,
exactly.
His mom has a pool. And that's always like something that I worry about is like when she's over there spending time with her grandparents, you know, the probability that she would try to sneak out through the back door just because she wants to get in the water.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I would rather her know how to get out, which I would say is very good at. I want to say the ladies' pool that she swims at is like maybe 9 feet or 7 feet, something like that. But
I mean, regardless, it's deeper than how tall she is. So like,
absolutely,
she's getting it in the right way. And then like when she is like on her last lessons, they take them to like the bigger community
one,
pool,
like 12 feet.
It has like the diving board and stuff like that. So
and she's like literally jumping in, like she can barely let Miss Kelly finish what she's saying before she just like jumps in. I'm like, dang, girl. I think the only thing that she's working on is floating. But I would say she's definitely improved a lot from the first time. Before, you couldn't even get her to lay on her back and float. But now she'll do it for a little bit, but it's just mixing and swimming and then flipping over to rest when she needs to rest and then going back over to swim. I always laugh. He'd be like, why are you laughing? Looking at her. I'm like, it's just so interesting. She's so little.
I think you probably think it's interesting because you think, damn, she swims better than me. And like,
I can swim decently though.
But I'm just saying, like, you probably think in your head, she's 3 years old, she swim better than me. Like, this is
my parents didn't put me in swim lessons, so
I'm just saying, like, that's probably why you think it's hilarious because
like, she's just so little and her body just be
the long body. But yeah, I think that it's so interesting now because having 2 kids, right, and then us being as busy as we are, and people may not think that we're busy because we do social media, but social media is like.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's in a good way because you have a lot of fun, right? So like I said, we just dropped her off. We have to, well, we don't have to do anything, but we're recording this podcast because we have the time to do it. We have the
time to do it. Pooh Man's with his grandma, so we don't have any kids right now.
Exactly. So we'll be picking her up in a few hours and we'll take her swimming and we'll bring her home. We'll do our whole nighttime routine. But we also recorded a lot of videos yesterday because it was her first day of school, pictures and all that stuff. And I think the beauty about all of it is that I feel like we're integrating content so well into our lives that it doesn't really feel like work. It feels great. But at the same time,
in the moment,
I feel like I have less sympathy for people who make excuses now, because when we have like hours of time to ourselves, like if we didn't have kids, oh my goodness. Like,
I feel like everything would be so much easier, but not saying having kids holds you back from anything, but having kids can be challenging, especially like if you don't have childcare, which we didn't have before, or especially if you do work a 9 to 5, which he's worked a 9 to 5. And really, I feel like a lot of it was me watching the kids all day. I don't know if y'all watched the last podcast, but if you haven't, basically I would watch the kids all day. He would come home from work. We would either film something or film a couple things, get the kids ready for bed. When they go to bed, I go upstairs and record my content. Then I stay up to edit, go to sleep at like 2, 3 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. because he's going to work. And it was just repetitive. But that's why I said the same thing yesterday. I'm like, I just don't have sympathy for people who say they can't do it or they don't have time. Especially
when you don't have kids and let's say you just have a job. If you don't have kids and you just have a job, I feel like, one, you should do it because you're passionate about it. Mm-hmm. But two, like, what else are you doing? Like, for us, if we're not doing content, we're like cleaning up, we're getting the kids prepared to do something, we're doing something that's draining us, like,
but
constantly.
I think too, what I put in perspective is, I'm not going to say that content creation is the easiest job because it depends on the person. But for me, in my opinion, it is easy, right? Mm-hmm. Depending on what type of content you do, that's maybe an hour. I would say it's probably 5 minutes or an hour out of your day to record something.
But you're also talented. So, like, I think
I know, but that's why I'm saying, like, it depends on the person. But I'm saying in perspective, between 5 minutes to an hour to record something. You don't have 5 minutes to an hour. You know what I mean? And, like, a lot of people are doing this with kids that have, that do content. So it's like, we can make excuses, but I think what it really comes down to is people want a quick return. For like social media.
People don't want to learn anything either. They just want to already be amazing at stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They already want the return. You already want to be good at it. You already want to make money from it. Like you were saying yesterday, we didn't start making any money until probably 3 years ago?
Anything that was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I'm about to say anything worth getting or anything worth you quitting.
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know. I feel like now that we have this time, like if we didn't have kids and it was just us,
baby,
I
tell you,
we could crank out a podcast every other day. Like
I would do multiple podcasts in a day.
Yeah, we could we can literally record multiple podcasts in a day and be like, okay, we'll post every other day. That way, people have enough time to watch the episode before. But you also don't want to get caught up in over posting because people don't have all the time in a day to sit there and watch any particular creator. Unless we're like your favorite ever.
I feel like sometimes you have to kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's why I think
when you have kids, I mean.
I think that Mondays are great for podcasts because you can get your week started with us or whoever else like you like to watch long form. And if you work, I used to always listen to podcasts when I would work. And it'll help me get through my day a lot quicker. So if I had 3 podcasts to watch on a Monday, usually one of those podcasts are going to be around an hour and a half. Another one's going to be around 2 hours. And then a shorter one, maybe about an hour. And for us, I think that these hour-long podcasts are kind of good just because, one, it keeps the conversations very juicy.
I feel like I've never realized, though, how many people actually watch podcasts. I didn't know that was a whole different community for that. Because I'm in my head, I listen to podcasts when he listens to them, but I'm not a person that would just sit here and turn on a podcast.
Yeah.
So I think it's just unique that there's people who actually just love to watch podcasts. Hello.
Yeah. Shout out to Miss Joelle.
Yes, our friend Joelle. She's always supportive of everything we do. Look, and she's been telling us for the past 2 years to bring it back.
I bet her hand is over her mouth like this. Why are you talking? Why are you mentioning me? Yeah, Miss Joelle, I'll keep it clean in this podcast because I know you're listening. And yeah.
Tell him to leave you alone, friend. Okay.
But yeah, one of our friends, Joelle, they have a couples page as well, Coach and Joelle. Make sure that you follow them on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. They have a pretty big following. Joelle, she said that her favorite form of content that we produce is our podcast. And I feel like
that's our smallest platform too. So that's
it's the smallest. But I think that we do the podcast for us because we truly enjoy it. I feel like if this was the moneymaker, we would have one of the best podcasts out there. But obviously, if it's not really making you money, you have to do what makes money and prioritize that so that you don't completely sink the ship, right? Obviously, we still have bills and stuff to get paid. So the fact that we're doing the podcast because we genuinely want to, and we want to get back into streaming as well because we love streaming. I think that was one of the most fun things that we had.
I think it's just different, because when we had Pooh Man and Mario was still kind of young, obviously they both couldn't be left alone, and we didn't really want to have our kids in streaming content.
Yeah.
So we just took that for the back burner right now.
Yeah.
But now that they're getting older and they can kind of like play while we watch from a monitor, I think it's something we could probably explore. Or really when they go to bed at night.
Because remember, you used to be holding Amari.
Yes, because she would always cry.
stream.
She was a colic baby. So we could not put her down. And me personally, I just don't want to put my kids in streaming content. Like, it's one thing for like, you know, a vlog, but like, I don't want to be sitting up here with my baby. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Facts. But yeah, I feel like the podcast has been great. And also, I don't know, I just feel like it gives people a more like more insight into just how we actually are. That's why I don't like to edit out a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there are certain things.
He left some stuff in yesterday.
Yeah, and it was on purpose because I feel like people see the edited version of you all day, right? Through your short form and through other like YouTube videos, whatever. And sometimes I think that podcasts hit a lot harder when you see how imperfect people are. And also, like, when we record YouTube videos, when you record anything at all, you can do multiple takes. Yeah. And I feel like with a podcast, obviously you can cut, you can do multiple takes if you want to, but why do that? Like, I feel like that defeats the purpose of like giving somebody something that's authentic, that's genuine. And also too, I was telling her this morning that one thing I like about our vlogs, because we, like I said, we did the vlog yesterday for Amari and her first day, is that we don't try to be perfect. Like, I purposefully don't try to be perfect. Obviously, we make the content as good as we can make it. Like, we package it up, edit it well, et cetera, et cetera. But I say things that I would say if the camera wasn't there. Mm-hmm. So, like, for example, I had said something like, you know, had to wake up and brush my teeth because my breath wasn't on point.
And it wasn't.
Like, people, you didn't even smell my breath.
I'm just
I was just.
But I do think that podcasts, like, because we've been doing short form for so long, and like you said, a lot of stuff can be edited or said multiple times. It just gives people like a more real look at us and like know us on a more personal level. Like, I got a little potty mouth, but you don't see that on the short form. So. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's a time and a place for everything. I feel like when you with your girls and stuff, y'all can kind of be free and say whatever is on your mind and nobody takes it.
Sing that.
Nobody want to hear you sing.
Sing it.
Absolutely nobody wants to hear you sing. I do not.
That's why you married me.
Not. That's why I want
to keep it cute. And just because you said that, when we get off of here, I'm gonna go spend some more money. Thanks.
I'd rather you spend money than sing in front of my face. You could do whatever. It's like,
you see how rude he is to me?
I had tuned into her live stream the other day. She was streaming with her friend. And
you are not going to lie.
As soon as I started hearing...
You lucky we recorded because you would be in a headlock right now.
They was doing karaoke or something on that.
We was not even doing karaoke.
Let me drop a few likes and let me...
See, he just sitting here playing. When we get off, we're going to go to Walmart, okay?
I'll ask you how the stream went when you get off, but...
You so mean. That's why your nose running.
No, I'm congested today. I don't know.
Haha.
Allergies. Allergy season.
I have a question though. Do you think that like when Pooh Man starts school, it would be like a different feeling with her being a girl and him being a boy? Or do you think that you're kind of like just the same? Like, I wonder if it's going to be a different emotion because he's a boy. You know what I mean?
I don't feel like for me it's going to be a different emotion. I feel like for me, if anything, as a boy, you get less grace and less sympathy and all that stuff. So it's like you got to immediately establish your kind of identity with other boys and like what you will accept, what you won't accept.
You gonna teach him how to fight? Yeah,
when it's time to. Ooh. But I'm not going to teach him to be violent. I'm going to teach him to
defend himself.
To, respect people, be a lion, right? You don't necessarily go out there and try to harm people or do somebody any type of way, but you always have the ability to do that if you need to do that. And I always tell people that a good person isn't a weak person. A good person is somebody who's very strong, but chooses, to be kind, chooses to, choose others over himself or herself. And
you ain't telling that story.
What?
About that boy who was trying to play in your face and you punched him?
I mean,
was that in middle school?
We ain't got to talk about that.
Oh, he didn't want me to tell y'all that.
No, because I mean, the truth of the matter is, when it comes to people, like every now and then you got to make an example, because people will have
I expose him, y'all.
a preconceived like they will have an idea of who you are just based on how they see you interact with others. And as a young boy, like you have to make sure that people know where your boundaries are, what you will accept and what you won't accept, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to, especially if you're going outside of horsing around and playing around, like obviously, you know, that's different, right? But if you start to step into another realm of, oh, you're going to openly, like blatantly disrespect, and because of that, all these other people think that I'm free game for this. Like, oh, nah, I'm going to make an example out of you. And this ain't going to carry on over into high school. People going to know when I get to high school, oh, this person did so-and-so like that. They cool now, but you would have never known. So like, I don't teach people to be violent at all, right? You know, I did combat sports most of my life. But at the same time, you can't allow people to just say whatever, do what the heck ever. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So, you know, it wasn't no situation where
I'm not saying you were violent, because you're not even a violent person now. And I think that was the thing that kind of threw me off when we first started dating, is I feel like I was just so used to one specific thing, and I thought that all guys were the same. But like you were so like gentle and like, you know, like very loving, not aggressive. You didn't yell at me. You never put your hands on me. And like, I just thought that was just so like, I don't know, crazy.
I mean, I don't think that's just a testament to where we are, you know, in society. It's like, if a man isn't overtly aggressive or has like anger issues or whatever, then you think that he's pussy. You know what I mean? Oh, he's probably scared or whatever, whatever. But the truth is, most of the time, the people who be barking a lot and who be saying this is that and the third, like those be the people who aren't confident in their ability to do anything. Like, I've been an athlete my whole life. I've done combat sports my entire life. Like, what I learned the most from all that is it's almost always the best decision to turn the other cheek and just like, whatever. It is what it is. There's only very specific moments where you want to make an example, and it's not to really hurt anyone per se. Like, you can make an example without putting your hands on anybody. It's just how you decide to take a stand, how you decide not to back down. But sometimes you gotta go as far as that person is willing to take a situation and let them experience the other side, because they didn't know that you could take it that far. They thought that they controlled how this was going to go. And then they have that rude awakening that, oh, dang, I done lost control of the plot. Like, I didn't see myself getting punched in the face. Like, I've never been punched in the face. I was all in this dude's face. I was talking all this trash. But for the first time ever, I've been punched in the face. And I know that if I tried to fight back, he's going to punch me again. And like, when you have that realization, and you're like, wow, I don't even think he hit me as hard as he could hit me. That was a jab. Imagine if he actually put his body into that. Imagine if he actually like saw that I was coming after him and he wanted to engage me the way that.
For real.
Exactly. So it becomes a thing of, now I'm in flight. I was in fight because I thought that. You
thought you were big and bad.
I thought that I was that lion, but you just found out that you wasn't. And for a guy to have that awakening like early in life is a great thing, because you can change your trajectory. You can say, you know what? Let me stop talking so much trash and let me get in the gym, or let me, you know, fix this about myself. Or if I'm going to joke about people, let me make sure that I keep it at a certain level where it's not getting out of hand. Like, let me make sure that we're on that same level of joking. That way I don't get, you don't
get your ass whooped.
Basically. So, and to me, it wasn't just about words. It's more about, reputation, right? Because you can say whatever the heck you want if it's just me and you, chopping it up, firing each other up on a bus, and if it's all the guys or whatever. But as soon as you start saying certain things like, oh, he likes this or he does that, or it is blatant lies, and you telling girls and stuff, like, all right, bro, like you need to calm down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you getting beside yourself. Well, like, what's you doing? So I'll say all that to say, like, I think for little boys, it's just important that they understand, how to be that lion, and also how not to be scared when it's time to be that lion, because you're going to have to be that lion for your family. Like, you can't be pussy.
You can't be scared.
You just
if I'm scared, you can't be scared. You can't be scared together, okay?
And you got to be excited to take that fight, regardless of what that fight is, whether it's, hey, we need, an extra $500 this month because, we a little short on this, or, I'm looking for another job. I need to get out there. I need to be doing X, Y, and Z thing. Like, you need that fight. You can't be scared to really be that guy for who you're responsible for.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, looking forward into Pooh Man's future is like, these are the things I'm gonna be teaching him. Like, it's not okay to just go hit people, but at the same time, like, if somebody is gonna think that they can do whatever to you, show them that they not who they think they are, and that's gonna really...
such a good man.
I mean, that's just how I grew up. That's how my dad, was. And, every guy in my family, I like to think, are really genuine family men, very nice dudes. But at the same time, there are very few things that you should let people get away with when it comes to your family.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, why do you live, right? To me, I live for my family. I live to, ensure that they have what they need. If my family doesn't exist, then you kind of go soul searching. Like, why?
I think that's the thing I noticed. Like, I feel like whenever we had kids, I felt like it actually gave me purpose and like something worth working for. I don't know. Like, I feel like before I didn't feel like I really had much purpose. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know who I really wanted to be, but I feel like my kids gave me that push. And I feel like I worked so hard, like, because I'm like, I just want to always provide for them, make sure they're good, make sure you are good as well. But I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Prior to them, I didn't really feel anything. Like,
yeah. I mean, I will say too. I mean, I feel like a lot of men put a lot of pressure on themselves to like have to be a certain way, and like people who think they know me from just like the short form content or whatever, like they may think that I'm just this goofy dude, right? But I feel like as a person, people are very complex, and just to deduce somebody to, oh, he's just this goofy dude, like, I'm pretty sure, people associate goofy with like, you probably not like the most
you're
manly.
not like that. You're not really
you
that.
Scared, you this, you that.
I'll tell you one thing about this guy. Scared is not that.
But it's not about being macho or nothing like that for me. Because like I said, I grew up Southwest A-Lee, Texas. Like, if you know anything about Southwest side of Houston, then you know that, it's a mixed bag of what you could get. You know what I mean? So a lot of the principles that I grew up on are still in me to this day. It's like, you will go to school, we in elementary school, and you'll see your partners again, like, oh, what's good, bro? Yada, yada. And we were so conditioned. Like, your friend will be like, oh, I know we in the same class this year. I guarantee you we gonna end up fighting by the end of the year, bro. We gonna end up like, people was just like, it was just so different. Like, people were just naturally like aggressive. Like, it could be one of your cool friends. Oh, we in class together. We sitting by each other. I know by the end of the semester we gonna be fighting, bro. And it's like, they would actually be fighting, or
that's crazy.
Situations would come up where a fight happens. Girls fighting boys, it didn't matter.
Oh no!
Like, there was this one girl. I don't even know if I should drop her name, but it was elementary, so her name was Brandy. She used to be beating up. She used to be beating up all the dudes. Like, we had a gazebo at recess, and like literally like once a month. Oh, and she used to like throw hands like this, like, and she used to be beating up all the dudes. I would never fight no girl, like, never. But back then, them kids didn't care. They was fighting whoever. So, just me being who I am, knowing, like, being comfortable who I am and whatnot. Like, people can say whatever they want online, but like, when they meet me in person and they see how like I talk, and they see like, you can immediately tell. You can look into a guy's eyes and tell like if he really that type of guy. You know what I mean? If you a stand up dude, or if you a coward, or if you whatever, like, you kind of just know that. So like, most people, they don't get that from me, and there's a reason. It's because I've been in real situations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, most people who talk trash, like, online and stuff, they've never even been punched in the face. Like, I literally would go to the gym to get punched in the face. Like, I'm here fighting. Like, we here working out, you know, we sparring, we hitting each other. I'm getting kicked in the face and getting punched in the face. Whether it's
I
boxing
remember
or
that one time
taekwondo.
you got kicked in your face when I was pregnant.
But at the end of the day, you know, people want to look a certain way to everybody. And to me, that shows insecurity, because you are much deeper than a violent brother. You know what I mean? You goofy with your family. I'm pretty sure that you know, you sweet to your mother. You know what I mean? But the fact that I gotta be like this all the time. But when that goofy dude show up and you want to press him to, because you think that he's some type of way,
gonna just go for that,
and you realize, oh dang, you know, I may have bit off more than I can chew. You know, you just don't want to ever be in that situation.
Just gotta have to accept that ass whooping.
That's why I respect everybody, and I don't judge nobody, because you just really don't know. And but yeah, I mean, to all the men out there, all the young boys, like, just be yourself. Don't be afraid to, you know, show who you are, to be versatile in your emotions, because
I think that's a beautiful thing, to be able to show your emotions and be truly yourself, your authentic self. Because like you said, I feel like every day nowadays, everybody is just trying to be something that they're not. Men, women, all of it, you know? And I feel like I'm finally in the phase of my life where I feel like I'm just me. Like, I don't know if you even remember, but I feel like when I first met you, like, I was just very insecure, not confident. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I'm trying to act like other people because I'm like, what is working? What is fitting in? Versus me now, I'm like, baby, I'm me. What you take, or what you see is what you get. Like, period.
Yeah, that's why too, I feel like as adults now, like, if we had this level of maturity growing up, like, we would be unstoppable. So like the kids who already have it figured out, which is rare, but for the ones who do, I feel like those are the kids that truly, you know, excel. Like, those are the people who become streamers at 16 years old, like Rakai, even though, you know, I don't watch his content, and, you know, that's not something I'm interested in.
Like,
but like, he puts himself out there, and I feel like if you're going to try to do anything in this life, like, you have to, at a certain point, say, you know what, I'm not going to allow myself to hold myself back. And I think that's what most people do their entire lives. They approach this life with a mask on, and as soon as that mask comes off, they think that they should be ashamed for it, and immediately they put the mask back on, like, oh, I'm never doing that again. I'm never posting another video.
That's why I always say content creation is kind of just like exposure therapy, and also like a humiliation ritual. Damn. But I always be saying, I feel like content creation is kind of come on, dude. I always say that content creation is kind of like a humiliation ritual, and I think not everybody survives, because it takes a lot of putting yourself out there and just being, you know, like, open with people criticizing you, commenting, saying mean things. Obviously, I block, because, you know, the block button's there for a reason, but really just putting yourself out there. And usually the people who have the most to say are people who are afraid to put themselves out there and just be themselves, period.
Yeah. And I think that when you finally get it, because I think eventually most people will get it. Some people go their entire lives and they don't ever feel comfortable in their own skin. Like, but for the people who do, it's like, it's so invigorating. It's so, I don't even know how to explain the feeling. You just be like, dang, I wish I would have
did this sooner.
I wish I would have been this way, you know, years ago. But the truth is, it's all a part of your development arc. Like, you have to take it for what it is and listen to the right people, and don't let people try to talk you out of things that you already think is good for you. So,
and my thing too, with people trying to talk you out of stuff, don't talk me out of nothing that you haven't done yourself. Keep them comments to yourself. You haven't done it. Like,
a lot of people be taking advice from people who haven't done anything at all.
Haven't done nothing, not qualified enough to speak on it.
No.
Well, I got a pee though, so this gonna have to be at the end of.
Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys. I got a new watch, or Naomi got me a watch.
I just said I gotta go potty.
But look, it's a Hamilton khaki filled Murph. If you know the movie Interstellar,
which is also a great movie, by the way.
You should definitely watch it. If you've never seen Interstellar, it's my favorite movie. This is the watch from the movie. And I don't know. I was eyeing this watch for months, and I really wanted to get it. So our anniversary gave me an excuse. So now I have this beautiful Hamilton khaki filled Murph. And
if you know anything about Xavier, he will not buy himself anything, like ever. But I always have to, just tell him it's okay to treat yourself to these things every now and then. Me, I feel like I always have an excuse. The sun was shining today. That's an excuse to go buy something. So
I'm trying to treat myself to you.
Leave me alone, okay?
That's all.
Y'all ever had a man or a woman that just can't stay off of you?
I'm trying to treat myself the right way.
Oh my God.
Organically. You heard? Nah, but we really appreciate you guys coming to check us out. You know what I mean? I feel like this was a interesting episode. I didn't think that we were going to get into me punching folk. But,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I just thought the situation you were describing was just so similar. So I was like, might as well.
I was not a bully.
No, he was not. I feel like you're very, very calm though. Like
it was not a situation where I just it wasn't that. Like I was in my right.
The guy was pressing you.
He was in my face, and he didn't think that I would, do what I needed to do. And I gave him a jab. You know what I'm saying? Just a little.
Oh Lord!
I didn't even do it. It was just silent. And I looked at him. I'm like,
do it again.
like you done? Like,
oh my God!
He looked at me, and he ran off and cried. And that was it.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, don't start none, won't be none. But also, too, violence is not the answer. Mm-mm. It's only the answer when you're defending yourself sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, absolutely.
But if you have the ability to run away, and nobody will know, I think that you should do that, because to me, it's reputation, like I said. Mm-hmm. Like if I run away and everybody in the whole school saw me just run, instead of, seeing that fight through for somebody who was the aggressor, mm-hmm. then now all of a sudden I gotta fight everybody in that dang school because they're gonna be saying something.
Yeah.
Until I switch districts. And even then
you still gonna see him.
Even then, as an adult, they're gonna be scrolling through my Instagram. Oh, I remember when he got pressed by so and so, he ain't do nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like you just got to know how to be smart about situations like that, and make sure that nobody actually gets hurt. Because I wasn't trying to hurt dude, but I wanted to let him know that he wasn't controlling nothing.
This ain't that.
But this ain't that. So anyway, another episode of the XNA podcast is in the books.
I actually have something that I want to talk about next time that's going to be I feel like very deep. So,
deep?
Yeah.
Like how deep?
Xavier, we gonna talk to y'all later.
Wait. Like
I have to use the bathroom.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Xavier.
She must got a boo-boo because...
No, I have to pee.
But you just peed before the episode started.
I know, but I've been drinking this drink.
Why you been drinking that?
He just trying to piss me off right now.
I'm trying to piss you off. If you got a boo-boo, just say that.
Bye.